stuff and then slam the rest.
That's all thought of it.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yep.
That was my left hand. Will you take the mic? You take the question? Take the mic? Okay, next. No question for you.
That's going over.
Oh, you guys like ask something? I'll send it to you guys. I'll show you. Some guys said that the most dominant performance in Omaha so far has been the press conference moderator who blanked the Florida State press. He said, "Hey, he goes, hey, I will focus on it." It's like Jake had to come in here.
When Virginia was waiting,
Yeah, like that's not even stop because we had to get Virginia.
the team waiting.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that. Wait, was that you?
So somebody commented to you directly or on
No,
social
just
media?
on social media.
Oh, all right. Kudos to you.
I'm not taking it. Florida State.
And I remember because he was like, oh, do we have to do a podcast? Yeah.
And Monday.
Gotta use the mic.
Gotcha. Yeah, I kind of realized it.
Our transcriber was freaking out. She can't get the question.
I was gonna say, like, I kind of realized it. Like, I saw the next person with the mic. I was like, ooh,
Yeah, no problem.
something. I was gonna say, I'll just make sure, like, next time I raise my hand, I'll raise it, get called them, and then I'll wait until the mic gets to me.
Then we'll be good to go. Thank you.
Of course, my apologies to the transcriber.
She doesn't say no.
I just told her.
We will need to give you the mic.
Yeah.
Have somebody hold it for you because transcriptionists need to hear.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she just told me about that.
I wasn't even paying attention. It's better to come from her. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I'll pay attention.
It's all good, no worries.
Did you hear that, Montana? Stay in your lane. Go back. Go
No,
back.
I should say in my lane.
Go sit in your hole.
Ready to put them up?
Yeah.
I think you should make her come to work tomorrow just for that.
I know my place. I'll be in the back of the room. Do my knees good.
Yeah. Your team went home and now.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Okay. Press conference will be 11 o'clock.
So it's going to go 11 to 11:30, and then Texas A&M will go 11:30 to 2.
Orange. And does that significantly
Maybe you can make your 5 a.m. tomorrow, or you've earned it.
Thanks, Joe. Just a couple announcements real quick regarding the Men's College World Series finals. On Friday, Tennessee will go first in a press conference from 11 to 11:30. Texas A&M will follow them 11:30 to noon. First game on Saturday night will be at 6:30 p.m. on ESPN. On Sunday, it'll be 1 p.m. on ABC. And if necessary, on Monday, it will be at 6 p.m. on ESPN. Also, on Saturday night, this room will not be available until post-game, as it will be used for another event for something, but it'll be not available until post-game, this room. Coach, congratulations. No, drink, swallow.
Thank you.
Talk
Sorry.
first.
Very thirsty. They emptied the Gatorade early.
Yeah. But congratulations on making the Men's College World Series finals. Can you just give us a little opening say about tonight's game?
Sure. Great ball game. I thought we played really, really well. Lampkin was obviously outstanding. The decision was just trying to figure out how long to leave him in there, win the game, but still give us a chance over the weekend since we're down a pitcher. But Stewie made big pitches. Get us out of a jam. Cortez will be better next time, I have no doubt. And obviously, Grahovic, some big hits, and I thought Sorrell's homer really played a huge part of the game, just to give us a little bit of a length there on the lead. So excited to get some rest and excited to get to play for a national title.
Thank you, Coach. Open up for questions for the players, starting right over here.
Richard Zane from TexAgs. Justin, pitched against Florida in the first game, now in the second game, 8 innings of scoreless baseball. What do you credit the success you've had in Omaha this week, and what has it been like for you to shine on this stage?
Yeah, I think the big part of it is just having self-confidence in myself and knowing I can go out there and I can compete and play at this level. And I think just, getting ahead of hitters and just having true confidence in all my pitches really helped me out.
Question right here.
Jacob Richmond, Lone Star Live. This is a question for any three of you. I know the job's not done yet, but you're about to be part of a first Texas A&M team to make the College World Series finals. What does that mean to you?
I'd say it means a lot to me. I grew up a big A&M fan, so it's awesome to be a part of the team that is able to be the first team that's made the finals. It's really cool to be a part of.
Is that for everybody or just? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's really truly exciting being that team, and I'm just so proud of this group of guys and how selfless we've been playing these last few weeks. So really proud of everybody.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely an amazing feeling. I remember coming to these games when I was like 10 years old, and always wanted to be a part of this. So finally being here and making it this far, it's an amazing feeling. But obviously the job's not finished yet.
We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jack Meyer, ESPN Gainesville. Question for all three of you. It's pretty rare to see two teams play each other 5 times in just one singular season. So just from the Florida that you saw in your regular season series to the Florida that you faced off against in Omaha, what would you say was different, and what did you do to execute on your game plan accordingly to keep the Gators at bay?
I just thought it was a good team, all 5 games that we played them. I don't think the way we went about it was any different, especially from a pitching standpoint. We just fill up the strike zone and do what we do, and thankfully it worked out today.
Yeah, kind of like Stu was saying, they're a really great ball club all 5 times we played them. And like Stu said, nothing really changed. We just went out there and did our thing and filled up the zone.
Yeah, what he said. Yeah.
We'll go right there.
Hi, Travis Brown with the Bryan College Station Eagle. Josh, I know you had a little bit of a break there between the SEC tournament and the College World Series here. What was that like, just kind of being ready, and then what do you feel like you've been able to show in these last 2 games, especially today?
I'd say that it wasn't too big of a deal with the break. Got work in the off days or whatnot, and didn't try to rise to the occasion or whatever. Just sunk back to what we do every single day and just go one day at a time, really. Didn't try to make it bigger than it is.
Right here.
Mark Passwaters with Rivals. Caden, this one's for you. Kind of walk us through that at-bat against Neely where you hit the homer.
Yeah, so I think I started the at-bat 2-0 against him just because they brought him in after the other pitchers started throwing a couple balls. And pretty much my approach was just hitting fastball. I know he's pretty fastball heavy. He's got a lot of arm side run and right on it. So I was just hitting fastball, trying to get something that started low or middle. And luckily he threw a fastball pretty much middle, and I was just sitting fastball, and I got it, and I executed it.
Matt Towering from World Baseball Network. Caden, in top of the first inning, you guys had 4 walks to draw on to your at-bat with a fly-out, sacrifice fly, pardon. What's it just like to get runs, not even just the big hit, but just working key counts at the right time?
Yeah, I mean, it's just about, putting up the best ABs you can. I think that was a new pitcher, or I was the first batter that he faced. So I was just trying to put up a good AB, driver run in any way that I could, and luckily I was able to.
Last question for the players.
For any of the players, but maybe Caden first. Just you guys are going to go this whole College World Series only playing SEC teams. Is that something that kind of crossed your mind? Or I guess what are your thoughts on that? Is that something that you don't like playing only teams in your conference?
I mean, yeah, I don't really know how to answer that one too well. But I mean, I'm not too surprised that we're facing all SEC teams. We had 2 SEC teams on our side. 3 including us, so it doesn't surprise me too much.
Keeps our non-conference record intact. Seriously.
Any other players like to answer?
That's a good answer.
Okay. Well, thank you, players. Congratulations. Wish you best of luck coming up this weekend. Thank you. Be released.
Thank you.
We'll open questions for Coach. First question here with Mr. Fitt.
Thanks. Aaron Fitt, D1 Baseball. Coach, when you step back and look at what this team has been able to do in the face of all this injury stuff, the adversity, I mean, it's just, it keeps feeling like it doesn't matter. I mean, you guys keep putting up these kind of top-flight performances. I mean, how do you think that's been able to happen, and what has kind of been your message to the team to get them to do this?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we're down, our number 2 starter, a first-round pick, and Jace is really banged up, Appel's really banged up, Shots playing with the torn meniscus. I think from a team standpoint, you just rally around it. It's all you can do. There's nothing, you can't control it, so you out-team the other team. And that sounds coachy, but that's the way we talk about it. But from a baseball standpoint, we throw strikes. I mean, the biggest difference between our team last year and our team this year, I mean, we have some, we're obviously a super talented team, but we throw a lot of strikes, and we make the other team throw strikes. And when the other team throws strikes against us, then they have a better chance to win. But today, I mean, they walked 5, but I think we lead the nation in walks. Maybe I know it's a school record for walks, but anyway, I just think pitch and play defense. We give ourselves a chance, and then you get a timely hit here and there, have a good at bat, and that's really just we've played really good baseball. So you got to give all the credit to the players, and Max has just made a huge difference in our program. It's plain and obvious to see.
Travis Brown with Bryan College Station Eagle. Coach, I know Josh wasn't really needed in the first 3 rounds because of the way your other guys threw. How did you like how he kind of took in that rest, and what's been the key, or what's he done that he's been one of your go-to guys for the last couple games?
Yeah, he's been great for us all year. Probably a guy that, I should lean into more. Max has done an awesome job with him. Number one, just giving him confidence. I mean, he's really given him a repertoire that he could use and have confidence in, and that's been a difference for Stewie. He hasn't always been the most confident guy leading into this season, and we just have a totally different atmosphere and positive environment in the bullpen that allows guys to believe in themselves, and Max is to be credited for that.
Back there.
Yeah, Coach, I mean, you talked earlier about guys, in order to be a championship team, guys are going to need to step up, and you just talked about Josh. Gavin Krahovac, who had been, struggling this postseason, has a multi-hit game. Just, what do you think of his performance, and just kind of?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. Gavin's, he's still a young player, and he still has things to get better at, and he works hard, and they call it a batting average for a reason. So if he has a bad game, I just expect him to have a good game. There ain't no AAA, man. There's nobody to bring up, so he's our third baseman. So, but yeah, he did great. He works hard, and it means a lot to him. And Mike Early did an awesome job with him leading into today. Mike Early did an incredible job of preparing us. Neely's really good, and he has a very unique delivery. And Mike has been working with our guys on a different approach for 2 days, and it paid off with Sorrell, and it paid off with Camarillo, I think, right? So we got the guys who committed to that, who committed to what Mike was asking them to do, saw really good results. And I thought Teddy Burton had awesome at-bats the whole game, too.
Coach, similar question to what I asked the players. I know the focus is on the championship, but what does reaching this milestone mean to you, to your career, both as a whole and specifically your time at Texas A&M?
Yeah, I'm a college baseball fan too. I'm tired of leaving before the championship. So, personally, it's awesome. It's fun to get to be a part of. Excited to play an awesome Tennessee team, one of the best college teams that they really have a great team. Not just great players, but they have a great team. I want to make sure I say, Florida had what Sully did with his club, coming from 13 and 17 to playing in the Final Four in the country. Florida's the program that at Texas A&M we're trying to emulate. State school that continues just to build really good high school players on top of high school players and cherry pick the portal and not have to rely on the transfer portal so much. Florida, to me, is the epitome of what every program should look to be. and it doesn't shock me. You know, death taxes in Florida and Omaha is pretty much things you can count on. So, but yeah, we're excited. I'm excited for the 12th man. A&M is an awesome fan base and just incredibly proud and awesome people that you want to reward the commitment that they've made, and I think we've done that. Obviously, we'd like to win the whole thing, but it's been a good year to this point.
Okay, last two questions here and here.
Richard Zane, TexAgs coach, you mentioned what it means to you personally, but what does it mean for this specific group to be the first Texas A&M team to play for a national title in program history?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I think it's for the guys like Targach and Brad Rudis and Prager and guys that were a part of our very first team, and a recruiting class with Grahovic and Lavalette. You know, guys that were committed to other schools. Jace committed to LSU, and guys that they had a lot of options, and they believed in a vision that we were trying to get things flipped around at A&M. Coach Childress is to be credited for this too. I mean, this is just we're building on his program and Mark Johnson as well. So just trying to reestablish Texas A&M as a baseball power that it should be. It should be. We have a lot of advantages. We need a new ballpark, but we also have a lot of advantages, and A&M should be good in baseball.
Okay, last question.
Carter Carls, 247 Sports. Just how difficult was it for Jace to play tonight, and how much do you think it'll help having the next couple days off for him?
Yeah, huge. I think it was probably more difficult. I didn't go out there. They came to me and said he feels awesome hitting, and we just waited to have him run around the outfield before we made a decision on who played where. I didn't watch it. All I know is the trainer came and said he's doing fine, and then that ball that got hit out there, I can't quite tell if he's a little hesitant to try and go catch it or if he couldn't. So we obviously got some work to do, and we made the change there in the last inning to try and help our defense out just a little bit and maybe save him. But, yeah, the next 2 days are going to be great, and our medical staff has just done an awesome job just to get him functional out there.
Coach, again, thank you for your time. Congrats, and we'll see you this weekend.
Thank you.
Jack, do you need more water? I'm all right. You sure? Okay, we can get more water for you. You want something else to drink? You sure? Okay. Holly, do you need anything? Okay. Coach, players, thank you for time. Coach, if you could give us an opening statement about tonight's game.
Yeah, well, first of all, congratulations to A&M and Tennessee for moving on to the final three games there for the final series there. But we had a terrific year. There's been a lot of ups and downs. Our players persevered through a lot of different tough moments. Awfully proud of our team. But it's this time of year is difficult. It's really hard to put into words. It's like you're going full speed in a sprint, and all of a sudden it just comes to an end just like that. So I know a lot of our guys are extremely disappointed, but speaking from my heart, I'm just awfully proud of them, for what they were able to accomplish this year and have this experience out here in Omaha.
Thank you, Coach. Open questions for players right here.
Jack Meyer, ESPN Gainesville. Jack, I don't even know where to start. Records broken, historic years back to back, leading the Gators back to Omaha when most people were counting them out. The accolades speak for themselves here, but just in your own words, how would you describe how you want to be remembered as a Gator great?
Really just as somebody who gave it their all. Day in and day out, I just wanted to fight for these guys next to me. To be honest with you, I can't thank the coaches here enough for all they've done to help me get to where I am today. The people that I've met along the way and played with, it's something that I won't ever take for granted. I appreciate Sully for taking a chance on me in high school and, getting to this point. So, yeah.
Ben Solomon, Gators Illustrated. You both were on this team, or on the team last year. Is this a little more tough to get over just because of how far you guys came? With the struggles in the regular season.
Yeah, I think it's very similar. I think a lot of the resilience we showed throughout the year plays into this game and how far we were able to come simply because we're a resilient group. Like I said last year, it's heartbreaking. Anytime you lose a game to end the year, especially in Omaha, is going to be heartbreaking. And I'm just super proud of my teammates and the rest of this group who pushed through a lot to get here. I mean, a lot. This whole year was pretty hard on all of us. So being here was a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville Sun. Tyler, a lot of people have marvel at what Jack can do on the field physically, all the home runs and so forth. But how do you describe him kind of as a leader and a teammate throughout this year and what you guys were able to do this postseason?
The difference I've seen in Jack from the day I met him to now has been tremendous. Jack's grown as an individual and as a player beyond comprehension. He's a terrific kid and he's a great teammate. I think he truly does play for this team. And he truly does want to win. I can't say enough about Jack, obviously, and what he's been able to accomplish.
Tyler, you've had a very unique career at Florida. You've endured your fair shares of highs and lows, obstacles that you've had to overcome to just wear the orange and blue in the first place. So just how did it feel taking the field one last time for the Gators in Omaha this past week?
Well, the biggest thing I can say is that God has blessed me beyond my wildest dreams. I grew up being a Gator fan my whole life, watching the Gators in Omaha and being able to put on orange and blue every day and to do it in Omaha, play for a World Series.
is something I'm going to remember and tell my kids about for the rest of my life. It's been truly special, and I can't be thankful enough for Sully and the rest of the coaching staff who brought me here. It's been great.
Do we have any other questions for the student? One back there.
I have a similar question for Jack. Peter Burnett from the Non-Pareil here in Council Bluffs. What is just kind of your biggest takeaway from the experiences that you've had the last couple of years here in Omaha? What will you remember most from the time on college baseball's biggest stage?
Yeah, I mean, there's really not a moment that I'll take for granted. I can't really pinpoint a specific one. Just like Tyler said, being able to wear this jersey for the past 3 years has been something that I'm going to take, I'm never going to take it for granted. All these guys who've won it before us, all we try to do is just make them proud and, really appreciate what Florida's about. And I mean, just everything that Florida is, Gator Nation and all their support that they've shown to us throughout this postseason has been remarkable. But yeah, a specific moment, there isn't one. The whole thing, really.
Gentlemen, thank you very much, and thanks on a great year and careers, and we thank you for what you guys do for college baseball.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse. We'll open questions for Coach now. Go first right here.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, Gainesville. So Texas A&M has already pitched really well this whole tournament, and even against Texas, even against Kentucky on Monday night. Just curious your thoughts on the approach on Lampkin and just what made them so tough again tonight.
Well, he's got some ride to his fastball. It's a different fastball coming from the left side. He's got a really good feel for his slider, his change. I mean, he's a complete three-pitch pitcher. He throws strikes. Tonight was a little bit of a difficult night to hit because of the wind was blowing really, really strong from the left field pole to the right field pole. Anything hitting the air to left was not going to get out. And we had our opportunities, quite honestly. We had, bases loaded, one out and struck out, and then second, third, one out and didn't drive in a run. And then we had first and second with nobody out there in the eighth. And we had our opportunities, very similar to the game on Saturday night. We had our opportunities. We just, I think we struck out 30 times over the course of those two games. But, credit Lampkin. I mean, he threw the ball extremely well. And, yeah, it's part of it. And that's the reason why they're moving on.
Bennett Solomon, Gators Illustrated. You said that you're going to learn a lot from this team, from this postseason run. What's the biggest takeaway that you've had, that you have, after this has come to an end?
Well, I think for future teams, if we ever are in this situation again, where we're struggling a little bit halfway through the year, or whatever, we could, I've been through it now, right? So I've got some experiences. I got some, lessons that I've learned along the way. This team never quit. There's a lot of people that said a lot of negative things about us this year, and when we kind of deserved it at times. We didn't play as well as we should, but these guys stayed the course, and it's not that they believed what they were hearing, but it's just a different world we live in with social media, and there's so much access to different platforms as far as what the players hear. But to get them to a point where we were fighting two things. Like I said, I repeated it over and over. We're fighting the 500 mark and fighting the SEC mark, and what they did is nothing short of remarkable. To have to go to Georgia, a national seed, win 2 out of 3, and then go to Stillwater and go to Clemson and lose a really tough game on Saturday, and then we end up beating NC State by a run, and the game obviously this morning against Kentucky, another national seed. I mean, we accomplished an awful lot, and I think that's the thing that when we start having our exit meetings, everybody's so disappointed right now. It's hard to put all this in words and try to encompass everybody's feelings and put into a few sentences of what what this season meant. It really comes down to those one-on-one meetings you have with your players at the end, and yeah, it's just like I said, you're going full speed ahead, and you win the game this morning, and you go back to the hotel. Everybody's in a good mood. We're feeling really good about tonight, and it just didn't go our way. As simple as that, and A&M deserves to move on.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway, the young arms, obviously up and down throughout the course of the season, but a lot of them did step up in the postseason. What do you want them to gain, or how do you think that experience will kind of help going into next season for the guys that return?
Well, hopefully it's like a normal progression that you see from year to year. We've got a couple freshmen that have grown up, so to speak, but there's some more growth that has to happen, but there was some tremendous improvements, and hopefully this experience out here, going through the rigors of the SEC, hopefully will, push them to another level next year, because we're going to have, we're obviously going to have them make one more jump.
We need one more question with Coach right here.
So just one last Jack question. I mean, when people talk to you like pro scouts and stuff, what do you tell them about Jack? What kind of player this guy can be?
There hasn't been a whole lot of discussion with scouts, honestly, because obviously he's a consensus top 3 pick probably in the draft. But the things I do mention, it's obvious that he's got special hitting ability, but what he's been able to do at the other parts of his game defensively, he's just a difference maker, on that side of the ball. And just like he runs the bases really good. We were down, I think, 5 at that point of the game. He was at third, and he made the right decision not to tag because his run did not matter, right, when the ball was hit on the left field line. He makes really good decisions, and he runs good. I mean, if you think about it, we put the drag on with 2 outs with Tyler Shellen, who was scuffling a little bit in the first game, and he got to third on the ball in the dirt, and then he scored on that drag. So those are the things that that I try to point out, because the other stuff with the hitting ability and the power, that's obvious to see. Everybody knows that, but he's really turned himself into a complete player.
Coach, again, thank you for your time and congratulations on the great year.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. JD, good to see you too, man. Good luck. Good luck the rest of the week. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good seeing you again, man. Yes, take care. Yeah, we'll see you around. Yep. Yeah. We'll do our best. Thanks. Scott, great seeing you again. Take care. Thanks for sticking up for India. Appreciate that. Well, gentlemen, have a good day.